What is up, guys? Mecha-san here, and it's time for a very, very gory death battle here, because we got in the ring Carnage from the Marvel Comics versus Lucy from Elfen Lied. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, I think I said in like the video where, you know, Wiz and Boomstick show their face for the first time, where I know of another matchup for Carnage to go on, and one of my commenters, Michael, he guessed it right. It was Alex Mercer. Apparently they plan on saving Alex Mercer for another death battle. But here's the thing. A while ago, I found this fanfic. It's basically a guy who does his own death battle matchup. And yeah, it was a few years ago, and he got the same exact formula here as Death Battle Screw Attack here, with analysis, even a Wiz and Boomstick analog. And he pitted Carnage against Alex Mercer, and I was like, yeah, that fits so well. Now I won't say who won that battle, of course. You guys can read the fanfic if you want. However, that fanfic did bring up some interesting information I did not know about Carnage, and to this day, I'm not sure if it's accurate or not, so Marvel fans, please correct me on this, but here's two things that I found most interesting. One is that since Carnage was born on Earth, he's completely immune to all Earth-based diseases, whether natural or artificial. Interesting. The second one, most interesting, and really the one I wonder if it's real or not, if it's just misinformation, but apparently Clintars, the symbiotes, the entire Clintar race, species, whatever, they have an ingrained fear, a literally ingrained fear of the Silver Surfer. And yet Carnage is so goddamn bug nuts that he literally tried to bond with the Silver Surfer? Wow. Okay. And yes, I have actually been reading up on Lucy a bit here, and how she is in the manga. Okay, what was the point of the Diclonus species? Because at this point, they're a self-destructive species. It's like their whole purpose is to just bring about an extinction event. Ugh, I don't know. Oh well. Let's just watch this here. Okay. And before I start here, that fanfic I mentioned, it also had a good idea, a good matchup, a tag team matchup here, very good one, where it's Hiccup and Toothless versus Hero and Baymax from Big Hero 6. Tell me that does not sound like an awesome matchup. Anyhow, let's take a watch here. Let's see. Yep, everything looks good.
If my ex-wives have taught me anything, it's that there's no real answer to crazy.
Like Carnage, Marvel's dangerously insane psychopath.
Or Lucy, the messed up murder lady from Elfen Lied.
Elfen Lied.
Yeah,
Elfen Lied.
He's
God,
went
she has
down
a good reason for that.
It's our job to analyze their
God, I can't believe
weapons,
those
armor, and
kids.
skills to find out who would win
Smack the head of a
death
puppy.
battle.
It's fucked up.
Cletus Cassidy didn't have the chance to be a well-adjusted adult.
No.
Because his entire family was already crazy. While Cletus was just a boy, his father got sent to jail for killing his mother.
Oh, good for 10 murders?
Because
11 murders.
she had tried to kill Cletus.
Which
Whoa.
she did because Cletus had tortured and killed her dog, Fifi.
Well, go Miss Cassidy. All dog murderers deserve death.
Yeah.
Even if they're 8. Right, Jack Spaniels? Good boy.
Oh, God.
And Cletus murdered his grandma, too, because she's kind of a bitch.
He didn't stop there and wound up burning down his own orphanage. Years later, he was finally arrested and convicted for 11 murders.
You mean the 11 murders they knew about?
But while in prison, Cletus found that he wasn't alone.
From the United Spider-Man.
His cellmate just so happened to be
Eddie Brock.
Who you may know is that creepy guy covered in black ink called Venom.
That ink is actually a symbiotic alien known as a Clintar. This symbiote bonded with Eddie, transforming him
Splinter,
into a
granted
powerful and
superhuman,
violent rival
bonded,
for the
bonded to
friendly
Critters'
Spider-Man.
bloodstream.
But what Eddie
Genetic
didn't
memory?
know was
What about to
it
extreme
was pregnant.
a chronic magic?
Time to go out for cigarettes.
Can be generated from kids'
Well,
blood?
symbiotes actually reproduce asexually. When
thrash
Eddie became
music.
Venom once again, the symbiote sort of
Music?
oozed out its spawn and left it there.
Yeah, it's
Just like me and my dad.
asexual reproduction.
Well, this new symbiote immediately attached itself to Cletus, but unlike the Venom one, it merged through a cut on his skin, creating this suit made out of blood. Ew. That doesn't seem
What?
sanitary.
And together they became Carnage.
A fitting name for a psycho mass murderer. Cletus and his new symbiote quickly got up to what they knew best, creating maximum carnage. Remember that game?
I like that comics
Great.
like a shared
And with
perfect
his new
fusion. Yeah.
superpowers, he was a vicious force to be reckoned with. He has the same superhuman strength, speed, and durability as Venom.
No, he's-
and
he's
supposedly
better.
Even greater.
Yeah.
Like a Venom 2.0.
He can shapeshift to make all sorts of killer weapons, like axes, swords, and spikes. He can even rip those weapons off
Yeah,
himself
because
or launch them at his
the
victims. Have you ever
spawn
tried
is
ripping your
stronger
fingers
than the
off and
pe-
throwing them at
the
people?
offspring is
That's
stronger than the
kinda what
parents.
Carnage does.
The symbiote can also reach out with dozens of
There's
chaotic,
his perception.
blood-soaked tendrils. Perfect for
Blood-soaked.
strangling the people he doesn't want to see anymore.
generation.
With a single
wall
touch,
crawling.
Carnage can infect a person with a portion of his symbiote, controlling or torturing them at his leisure. He
Damn.
has unbelievable regeneration, and even if somebody finds a way to disable his suit, the Carnage symbiote lives inside his bloodstream and can come back out through something as meager as a paper cut.
Also, the symbiote literally sees everything around it. It's kind of like wearing a suit made of eyeballs.
But
Power
let's say
Rangers.
you're able to dodge his projectiles, outrun the tendrils, and get out of sight from the eyeball suit. You're still not safe. He will catch you because he can sprout wings and fly.
Wait, that
What
was
the
from
hell?
the.
Since when?
That was
Since
from.
realizing that shapeshifting is a really, really useful ability.
So
Yeah, that
he's able
sounds
to
like
fly,
the
he's totally aware of everything around
psychiatrist
him.
that
and
became
he's full of
Scorn.
blood? This guy's like a giant mosquito of death.
Sure. Carnage has said
yeah.
he's at least 10 times faster than the average man. But that's pretty modest, because Venom has shown he can move fast enough to catch up to a bullet after it's fired. And Carnage is frequently shown to be as fast or even faster than him. This
Yeah.
puts Carnage over 1,500 miles per hour.
2 miles
over
in a
twice the
second.
speed of sound.
He's lifted
half,
a 50-ton
yes.
tank, and he can
Let's
overpower
travel through
Spider-Man,
that-
whose
what?
best supported strength feat was lifting that giant machine thing that weighed as much as a
Ain't an all out stuff from Iron
1965
Man?
locomotive.
Which would put it around 130
Man-Wolf?
tons.
That
And
Deadpool.
you know those weird tendril things crawling around his body? When he wanted to find a missing journalist in New York, he climbed to the top of the Empire State Building and just stretched them all out over the city.
He found her by this coastline, and this building nearby looks a lot like the consolidated Edison plant between 14th and 15th Street. That's about 2 miles away.
And as a thank you for saving her, she shot Carnage in the head. Well, fine.
Sorry, little
Save
baby,
your own
something.
ass next time, lady.
He was fine. Carnage's durability doesn't come from a sturdy build. Instead, his form is malleable and somewhat fluid. Technically, his human body still exists somewhere in that mass of blood, flesh, and writhing tentacles. But
Yep.
even when he's hit by a train, struck by missiles, or blasted apart by a tritium bomb, he can
Tritium
always
bomb?
just pull himself back together.
So long as there's a piece of him still around. Given the size of that blast, it looks like Carnage survived a blast worth
Norman
125
Osborn
tons
in
of
every
TNT.
atom in his body?
Very impressive. Also, he once smothered and survived a gene bomb designed to wipe out all of humanity except mutants.
He's even survived being ripped in half and thrown into space. Seriously, what kills this guy?
Well, he
Throw-
does share the same weaknesses as other symbiotes,
Yep.
namely extremely loud noises and heat.
Well, until
Throw
he traded
him
the sound one for a weakness against some Cthulhu-looking magic.
What?
Carnage has been
I'm-
through a
most
lot,
alternative
but with
kinds
two
of
minds
because-
as one, he always gets back up to keep doing
Throw him
what
into
he
the
loves.
sun.
Murder, murder, and, you know, more murder.
Yep.
Carnage is chaos.
Yeah.
There are some mysteries the world holds which no one is meant to know. Every day, something, somewhere, comes ever closer to destroying everything you hold dear. One such secret is the Dicloni.
No big deal. They're just a race of crazy people who want to infect human beings to make more Dicloni and then wipe out all of humanity. Oh, look at the cute little horns. They look like kitty
Don't really
ears.
anime
To
contains some
accomplish
differences
this,
from
the
the manga.
Daikoni would have to rely on their queen, Carnage, better known as Lucy.
Luckily for everyone, some important people figured this
Oh,
out
Carnage.
and captured her. And now it's time
Page
for your
18.
only warning.
Right,
Left-handed.
Lucy's methods,
Minor
let's
healing
just say
factor.
they're not for the faint of heart.
And
Yep.
let's also say that those lucky
cat ears.
important people were about to get very, very unlucky.
Yeah, that's... The vectors.
Jesus Christ, what's happening?
To truly understand, let's take a step back. As an infant, Lucy was abandoned by her parents and left alone to suffer a life of constant discrimination.
That
Yeah.
was the horns, wasn't it?
Right, even the average kid hates growing up in an orphanage, but it was especially painful for her.
Until she
Especially in
found this
Japan.
great puppy and decided to take care of it.
Oh,
That
no.
adorable little critter and her became best friends. And then the other kids from the
Until-
orphanage went out and beat it to death.
Yeah,
And
that's just
forced
fuck.
her to watch.
What the fuck was up with that?
Well, no shit, she wants to kill everyone. Go ahead, Lucy. Tear up those little bastards. Whoa!
Yeah,
Damn.
This
pull them
was
up.
the first time Lucy unleashed her psychokinetic vectors. As a Diclonius queen, Lucy is meant to use these vectors to infect
use
ordinary human beings with
28
the
at
Diclonius
once?
virus.
Oh, but she
7
uses
feet.
them for so much more.
For simplicity's
And-
sake, think of the vectors as invisible arms, which can sprout from Lucy's back.
One?
Lucy can use up to 28
Frequency-
vectors with a normal range of about 6 to 7 feet. When she gets really serious, her horns grow and the vectors get way longer and stronger.
She can vibrate her vectors at different frequencies, and each level of vibration has different effects.
Kinda like that thing that my ex-wife had on the nightstand that I thought was one of those crazy pens.
At low frequencies,
boy.
her vectors can pass through objects with no effect. At
Yeah.
a medium frequency, the vectors become solid, like extendable hands, while still completely invisible. These can be used as shields and lift heavy objects.
Oh man, if I had those things, I'd be messing with people all the time, like tying their shoes from across the room. Also, since this seems to be a thing in this episode, she can fly.
It's
No,
not
no,
really
not fly. She's
flying,
using her-
She's just lifting herself off the ground. With the third frequency, Lucy turns her vectors into invisible blades. These can cut through people and bend metal.
And with the last and highest frequency, Lucy gets explosive. No, really, at this level, they finally become visible and can strike with enough force to detonate. Damn, they don't call this chick the queen for nothing.
Unfortunately,
Fucking
Lucy
weird.
is not always in control of what she does.
I have to take a bullet
Turns
to the
out
head.
She has developed several alternate personalities.
Yeah, getting shot in the head can do that
Yep,
to you.
there you go.
That injury specifically created New, a passive, almost childlike persona which exists as a coping
Martin,
mechanism
drawn
for
and
Lucy's
pathetic towards
trauma.
murder,
As New,
often enjoys
Lucy
getting
would
fit.
finally find friends
Sweet naive.
and began forging a path
DNA
toward
voice.
hopeless redemption.
Do you like that both
Unlike her
instinct,
third
mercy,
personality,
and violence?
the so-called
Pushes
DNA
Lucy's
voice,
vertical
which
and kills
constantly
human.
whispers in her ear that she's
So-
got a job to do.
Oh, that's it, huh?
Oh, Lucy, before they hurt more puppies. Ooh,
Okay, stop that bullshit.
DNA.
Stop that.
She could do it too. Lucy's fast enough to block bullets from a point-blank range. And once, she actually saved herself from a bullet after she had already been shot. As in, while the bullet was traveling between her skin and her heart.
It looks like she's getting shot by an MP5, which fires bullets at nearly 900 miles per hour.
With her body type, the distance between Lucy's skin and heart is less than an inch, probably around 2.4 centimeters. Given the bullet speed and the distance her vector would have to reach from her back before the bullet hit her heart, her vector had to move nearly 1,900 miles per hour. That's over twice the speed of sound.
Holy
She can
crap.
throw a pen through a guy's skull. Brutal. And even toss this giant boulder.
When compared to this guy, Bando, whom we
Oh,
know is
yeah.
6 feet tall, we can determine the boulder
Asshole.
weighs about 75 tons. Her vectors are also tough enough to block a missile from the Air Force.
Holy
While
crap.
the exact model of missile is unspecified, it is fairly large and likely an air-to-surface type.
I bet it's one of the Air Force's SLAMs, or Standoff Land Attack Missile, built off the back of the Navy's Harpoon missile. In fact, a harpoon is used
Look,
against a
9,000.
different
Whoa.
Cyclonius at one point.
9,000?
So this beast slammed into her vector at 500 miles per hour with a 1,000-pound explosive yield.
Call
And
it
didn't even
9.2
phase her.
earthquake?
Even without a vector shield,
Two
she
battleships and
survived a
multiple
pretty
buildings?
nasty explosion herself.
What the hell?
So it did knock her out.
Impressive, but how about the time she punched through an island? a strike literally compared to nuclear fusion. This kicked up a 100-foot tidal wave and a 9.2 magnitude earthquake. A level so high, there's only been 4 comparable quakes ever recorded.
Her vectors can be as wide as buildings and reach into outer space, except that's about when Lucy reaches her limit.
Right. As a Diclonius, Lucy has a few severe weaknesses. Her vectors can be nullified if she's struck in the forehead, or if one of her horns are broken.
Really?
So if Lucy
I
pushes
recall
herself
that.
too hard, she starts to melt. Kinda like
Wait,
ice
what?
cream out in the Texas sun. It's not pretty. She's just a big puddle of goop with a face, but she's still a total badass, even at her meltiest.
While suffering agonizing pain, she was capable of single-handedly halting a massive military threat, while healing and protecting the person she loved most. Perhaps
Kota,
redemption
yeah.
wasn't so hopeless after all.
Hey, let's watch her kill some more people.
Oh god, yeah, that's what that. Oh wow. That.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Oh, I had no idea, but about the melting part. Whew. But yeah, it's like the Diclonus species is self-destructive. I mean, you literally have a voice telling you to kill. Kill, 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 kill. So what's the point of trying to implant the virus? And yeah, did they ever, for those of you who read the manga, did they ever explain the origin of the Diclonus? Like, how they come to be? Why they came to be? Because so far, it just seems to me that they're supposed to trigger extinction level events. But yeah, it's like she was bullied because of the. There's actually a bit of a metaphor with Japanese culture, from what I understand. You know, with different and everything, and but yeah, like. Yeah, but I would like to know a story about her parents. Like, they just abandoned her. It's like, what's the story with them? I mean, how did the father and or the mother get the virus to make that eventually made her the queen, the first Diclonus? Oh boy. Let's watch. By the way, I prefer new. Oh yeah, it's new. Oh, I like the anime here. I like the like the sort of crude drawing. No. Oh. Look. Oh yeah, there's a perfect setup right here. And now it's Lucy.
Die.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think it works. Okay, yeah, I can see that, but talking while he's like that, but still cool. But yeah, good luck trying to reach our Carnage. With 4 plus more, yeah, this battle can keep going. Yeah, it sounds like the Vectors sort of have a mind of their own as well. Like, you can't fully control them some of the times. This is the anime they established that. I don't know if it's carried over to the manga, but I'm going to bet. But yeah, they... Whoa, okay. Wait, she then cuts. That's not good. She's being infected then. You're bleeding. Carnage is starving. Whoa. You are bleeding. I gotta wonder that.
Get back.
They can move up the frickin'. Oh yeah, vibrations at a high freak. What that kind of sound or something like that? I don't know.
Does it hurt yet? Don't worry. I'll put you out of your misery.
I like when we do the drawing on Lucy here. I hate you, huh? I don't think so. You're cut. Even.
KO!
First those kids at the orphanage, then Cletus. Lucy really hates dog killers, and for good reason.
Carnage was a challenging opponent. It was incredibly difficult for Lucy to deal any lasting damage against him.
To infect and control people, he only has such
Lucy
position
fighting as a
through initial
puddle
physical
proof,
connection.
She could take
Cannot.
a lot of pain and
Oh, okay,
hard
defeat.
fighting.
Okay.
Sadly, Carnage came up short in pretty much everything else.
Right, Carnage was
Oh,
tough,
damn.
but not invincible. Even his surviving that gene bomb isn't quite as impressive as it sounds. Since
Gene
he had
bomb,
no other feats
such
to
a
even
power
remotely
technology.
back up planetary level durability, and the bomb was more akin to a biological weapon anyway. While Carnage's tendrils could pass speeds of Mach 2, Lucy's vectors once reached into outer space. By timing her accompanying monologue and comparing the longest vector's length to the curvature of the Earth, it's clear she reached over 2,400 miles in 20 seconds max.
Damn.
Way longer than Carnage's 2-mile feet.
All this means her vectors were moving at least 440,000 miles per hour. More than 500 times the speed of sound, and 250 times faster than Carnage.
Shit.
Good luck getting past that.
Yeah.
And this was really the biggest hurdle. With Lucy's redonkulous speed and Carnage's healing powers,
Carnage
it all
provided
boiled down to
tritium-
one
tritium
thing.
bomb.
Who could hit the killing blow first? I mean, Carnage could respawn from scraps, so the only way to beat him for good was to
just-
totally vaporize him.
Exactly. That's
And
from the
Lucy
sun.
had the perfect answer to that. Remember that time she hit an island so hard she caused a 9.2 magnitude earthquake and a 100-foot tall tidal wave?
Yep.
Such a feat would require an enormous amount of explosive energy, approximately 31,000 tons of TNT, similar to the bomb that hit Hiroshima.
It's
It's literally compared to nuclear fusion in the Elfen Lied manga.
Elfenlied,
Elfen
it's
Lied.
German.
Elfen Lied.
The point is, in order to beat Carnage for
I
good,
hate you.
Lucy needed to totally obliterate him, and she could do that.
The
Yep.
heat produced within the initial impact of a nuclear explosion can reach temperatures up to 180,000 degrees Fahrenheit, more than 18 times hotter than the surface of the
Oh,
sun.
crap. The
And
break
to top
over
it
did the
off,
same factor.
heat
There's
was
no
Carnage's
chance it could
biggest
survive.
weakness.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
If Lucy's explosive force was
Oh, the
just
human
a
bomb
fraction
said-
of this, it would still have been far too
He
much.
must seem to
for her.
regenerate from
She
afterwards.
just needed to smack him before he could power through her vectors, which chances were pretty slim for that happening anyway.
Both could kill
because
each other
there's
in a
bunch
single
of
fatal
them,
hit,
they're
and this
so
will make
damn fast.
better
Hitting
defense
Carnage
options.
with a big explosion punch was way easier.
Cletus and his symbiote may have had the endurance, but Lucy's space-worthy speed, overwhelming presence, and nuclear strength won the day.
Nuclear, yeah.
He dealt the carnage needed for a total victory and took the lead. There, I said it right, Wiz. Happy?
The winner is Lucy.
First part, yeah, the last two was terrible pun there, Lucy.
Thanks for
Terrible
watching,
pun
and
there,
if you enjoyed the
Boomstick.
fight, you
It's
can
like,
get first membership and watch
Vec-
the commentary by clicking that
Victory,
box over.
take the lead.
Thank you,
no,
Chad.
no.
And if you want the battle music from
That's
this
awful.
episode, you can get it in the link in the description below.
All right, who we got
Come on,
next?
Chad.
Yeah, he's not. What? Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Okay, well, wait to decide, but just for another time here. But first of all, I just say that I completely forgot to take to decide who to place my bets here. It just slipped my mind. I'm not gonna say who I would have bet who would win because at this point, yeah, I'd be lying. That'd be kind of biased. But I will say that was an impressive fight. I like how they chose almost like an anime, crude anime style hand drawn with Lucy here. Yet they still managed to get some of the scary features like when she went like all mean and it's like serious. They couldn't get the shadow effect over the eyes, but very well done. Not a bad fight overall. I'm impressed. I thought there for a second there though that Carnage, he cut Lucy up. So could that mean he could like regenerate from within Lucy or something like that? But nope. Thank God, Max good. But wow, it's basically she created like a giant explosion, equivalent to that of nuclear fusion. So yeah, completely with temperature. So incinerating Carnage, and that's the way you gotta do it. You gotta kill Carnage that way. So perfect, just perfect. Moving on here to the big one here, we got Optimus Prime versus Amuro Ray in the RX-78-2 Gundam. The 13th Prime versus the White Devil, as Xeon has to call him. Okay. You'd think I'd be excited for this, people, obviously, but what? I can't. I can't really be, because it's a matchup where this is one where I can actually say for certainty, unless the Optimus pulls out the whole Matrix, the power of Prime himself, and the 13th before him, unless he could have the Star Saber, of course. But if it's just Optimus with his trusty blaster and Energon axe, he's not gonna win. First of all, let me first add that there's a freaking size difference. I feel like this is gonna be a situation with the White Tiger Zord and Epion. There was just, as much as I love the Epion, love Gundam, there was just no reason for the Epion to win. It was not gonna happen. You could say, oh, it had zero system. I can get that in another detail. I can talk about that in another situation here, but no way it could have won. And they bring up the fact that the Tiger Zord lost to Rito Revolto. It's like, because he lost to this goofy alien. It's like, Rito Revolto, brother to Rita Repulsa, son of Master Vile, who conquered another galaxy. And the guy, of course this thing lost to him. He's no pushover. He may be an idiot, but he ain't no pushover. He's super strong. It's the reason why he lasted this long. He lasted until, technically we don't see him he lasted until like the Z wave, even though we don't see him in space because of behind the scenes reasons. Costume got destroyed. But yeah, he is not to beat. Anyhow, the point is, Optimus is like, what, 8 meters tall or so? The Gundam is 18 meters tall. It's like huge. And I'm pretty sure the Luna Titanium alloy, or Gundarium, can take the hits. The Gundam... plus there's also Amuro Ray and his new type precog, which, yeah. Oh boy. Okay, and just for the purpose of death battle, they better not at all bring up the whole like Psychoon-based technology or anything like that, because the Gundam does not have any of that. It's not a new type machine. The most it's got is the magnetic coating, which just lowers friction to increase reaction time and maneuverability of the machine. Also, the fact that, Optimus Prime shoots the Gundam in the shoulder, no problem. Amuro fires his Vulcan at Prime, it's gonna hurt Prime. He feels pain. Transformers are living creatures. They feel pain, while a Gundam is, it's a mech suit. It's not like Optimus hits him that blows his head off. Amuro's gonna die. No. I mean, the final battle at Abao Ku, the Gundam lost its head, which is the main camera. Still one hell of a shot by the Zeong. And it also lost its left arm, which, again, not gonna do any pain. I do not see Optimus Prime winning unless he literally summons something from the 13th. Either the Star Saber, because yeah, come on. If the Star Saber connects anyway, I'm pretty sure the Star Saber could easily like parry freaking a beam saber. Okay, I'm sorry, but it was made to fight Unicron, for crying out loud. Literal embodiment of chaos and destruction and death. And the undead. And of course, if you use the Allspark, Matrix, Light the Darkest Hour, Primus Give Me Strength, whatever, then the Gundam is toast. But if not, hey, the Gundam could easily just kick Prime. Literally. And I love Prime, but you got two things I love the most, and I can actually look at this completely unbiased. I don't see this. I mean, a proper beam rifle shot, dead. And this is Amuro here, so I don't know if they're going like with experienced Amuro, like has the skill from the 1 Year War all the way up to Char's counterattack, or they're just sticking to the 1 Year War era Amuro. Even then, 1 Year War era Amuro had progressed, had matured, had gained so much skills that even in his Gundam he could actually take on Zeon and their new, more top-of-the-line mobile suits, like the Galgog and the Doms. Defeat the Big Zom. Granted, he had help by Slugger Law. May that guy rest in peace, but I don't see him winning. I don't see Optimus winning. I'm sorry, even then. So, I can tell you this, people, it's one of those things where, because I love both franchises, like, with the bottom of both my heart and Spark, I cannot take a bet on this one. So, it's one of those things where I'll just watch and, like, I'll feel bad no matter who wins or who loses. So, everyone, thank you all for watching. Comment down below what you all thought. Like and subscribe for more videos. Until the next one, this is Mecha-san, logging out.